Checks and balances are specific powers held by each branch of government that keeps one branch of government from having absolute power. Some checks and balances include the president appointing judges for the Supreme Court and having the power to veto laws passed by Congress. The legislative branch has the power to impeach and remove the president and also impeach and remove Supreme Court justices. And the judicial branch has the power to declare actions of the executive and legislative branches unconstitutional using the amendments. Without it, the different branches could try and take over the powers of another branch and have more control of the government, which could end up taking away the rights of individuals. These checks and balances are used all the time, such as last year when the House voted to impeach President Trump, exercising their check on the president, making sure that he does not overreach the extent of his power. Another example includes the president's power to veto any bill the Congress has passed, which keeps bills that would be harmful to the people from being passed. Bills may include tax change for the people, so the president being able to veto laws protects us from unnecessary tax raises and oppressive bills. Voter education is important for all around the country. It is important to know the candidates and what they stand for, and what changes they may bring if voted into office. It is also important to know what the different propositions are and how they may affect your life. Sometimes these propositions can include a tax increase, and you must know what the proposition is to help you decide whether the issue is important enough that you would like to have your taxes raised for it. And it's also important for the country when more people decide to vote so that more voices can be heard so the government can make choices best for everyone and not just those who vote. In most elections, the smallest group of voters is the younger generation, usually because they are not informed or don't care about it. They can be unsure of what specific candidates believe and how they will run the country. It's important for those our age to have opportunities to be educated and know that it is important that they must vote so they can. We must vote whenever we are eligible because we are the future of this country and we are unable to help the U.S. grow if we don't use our voices. The Electoral College is a system in which during the election, once all votes in a state have been counted, whichever party has the most votes wins the state's electoral votes. The electoral voters are members of House and Congress. For example, in California, we have more Democratic voters, so when it comes to the election, all 55 of our electoral votes will be to the Democratic candidate. If this was not the case and we went by popular vote, we would see that major cities such as LA and New York would take control of the vote because their populations are so large. Major cities tend to be Democratic, and this would not allow the votes of those less populous states to matter, and they would be maybe discouraged to vote. The Electoral College allows for what is called the silent majority to be heard. An example of this today was the 2016 election where Hillary won the popular vote and President Trump won the electoral vote and took presidency. It is important to know that all votes are able to be heard. The Electoral College helps make sure the president is the candidate that people want.